Lil Kee made it out of the trenches and signed to Lil Baby's 4PF crew, but Kee sparked a beef with another local rapper named Lil Crank that allegedly led to his own brother getting killed. This is the crazy story. Lil Kee was born in Mobile, Alabama, but came up in a neighborhood in Atlanta called Marietta after his family moved there when he was in the 3rd grade. He doesn't talk about his childhood much, but Kee told Dirty Glove Bastard,
"Shit, it was straight.
Yeah.
I got a lot of brothers and sisters. There's about 8 of us, I don't even know."
Oh shit, really? Did you guys all live together too?
Yeah.
His older brothers taught him how to move in the streets, and Kee ended up hopping off the porch when he was 13 years old. Even though he doesn't speak on his come up very much, you can tell Kee had a wild time in the streets when he drops bars like, "Trap house doing real numbers, more weight than the Gold's Gym. Mom's getting drunk, Pop's going broke, fucking with his nose again. Bro going broke, he don't give a fuck, back kicking doors again." Kee wasn't even thinking about becoming a rapper, but then he suffered a loss that changed everything. It's not clear how it all went down, but one of Kee's cousins back in Alabama ended up dying, and that's what made him want to hop in the booth.
I had found out my cousin died in Alabama. I just wanted to try to keep his name out there.
Kee just wanted to keep his cousin's name alive, and music was the best way to do it. Kee's older brothers were pushing him to start rapping too, and one of them even helped write his first tracks. But after a while, Kee found his own style and just started freestyling on tracks and doing his thing. He started dropping tracks in 2019, and not before long, his name was buzzing in Atlanta. Kee only had a few songs out and never even released a full project. But less than a year later, Lil Baby reached out and signed Kee to his 4PF label. Signing with Baby was a huge win that nobody saw coming. Kee went from being 10 toes down in the trenches to working with one of the biggest rappers in the industry, and it only took him a few months. It was clear that Kee had the potential to blow up, but just a few months after he signed with Baby, he suffered his biggest loss yet. In September 2020, police responded to reports of shots fired in Marietta. When they pulled up on the scene, they found Lil Kee's older brother Lamar dead in his house. He was laying in bed with gunshot wounds to the body, and the cops said that the shots were fired from outside the house. It was a tragic situation, but what makes it even worse is that some people believe Kee's rap career might have had something to do with Lamar's death. Kee was hustling in the studio trying to break into the industry, but he still had one foot in the streets and started dissing dead Opps in his music. Back in 2018, a dude named Miko was shot and killed in Marietta. A witness told police that he heard 3 or 4 shots outside the store, and that's when he saw Miko's body laying on the ground. Some people rushed over to try and save him, but unfortunately, Miko died later that night at the hospital. He was affiliated with a set called the Mucho Babies, and Kee started dissing them with lines like, "I might post up at the store where Miko died, like where you at? If God gave you a chance at life again, I still wish him dead." It's just a rumor at this point, but some people think Kee dissing Miko has something to do with his brother Lamar getting killed. Lamar's death had a major impact on him, and Kee even named his first album Letter to My Brother. On the track Catch a Murder, he talks about losing Lamar and raps, "Innocent little children, nigga almost shot my little one. Almost been a year since Big Bro died, I still don't feel nothing. 50 mil up, I won't forget, we still gon' kill something." And on the hook, he warned his ops he was coming for them with the line, "You wanna catch a murder? Put on both your gloves, throw on your mask. I know this ain't the first one. I don't care if this shit take 20 years, but they gon' die for certain." That's when Miko's homie Lil Crank from the Mucho Babies clapped back with the song Murder She Wrote and said, "We the ones who turned the city up. Yeah, we did that on purpose. This shit here won't take us 20 years. Gonna do them like the first one." The line was a clear shot at Kee, and later in the track, it seemed like Crank confirmed the rumors about Lamar getting killed over the Miko situation. He said, "You diss the gang, fuck what you bang, I'll send you on to God. When Miko died, I didn't post shit, all I did was slide." Lil Crank has been putting on for Mucho Babies in the booth ever since 2017. He started rapping in the 9th grade, but back then he was more into sports than anything. Crank couldn't stay out of trouble in school though, so he dropped out and got active in the streets at 17. Even though he started taking rap seriously in 2017, Crank was still outside getting busy. He got booked for gang activity and spent 8 months in prison. But after he came back home in April 2020, he knew it was time to switch up how he was moving. Crank linked up with DJ Holiday, who introduced him to Lil Durk. Crank told Holiday that Durk was his favorite rapper, so Holiday pulled some strings and surprised him by getting Crank some studio time with Durk.
I told Holiday the first day I met him that Durk was my favorite rapper, so then Holiday surprised me.
It's not clear why, but Durk and Crank never ended up releasing anything though. Crank has made a little noise in the industry, but he never popped off like Lil Kee did, which might be the reason he ended up getting shot last year. Nobody knows how it all went down, but Crank posted a photo of himself in the hospital with gunshot wounds and a stack of cash. Lil Kee clowned him on IG over it, but Crank turned it around and shot a music video in the hospital while he was recovering. Hopefully nobody else gets hurt over the situation, but if Kee sticks around Atlanta, it's probably only a matter of time before the beef pops off again.